Hello YouTube, it's Rob, Maxwells Grass Cutting Services, based in the northeast of England. I hope everybody is well and having a really good day. Today's video, or this week's video, it's all about big gardens, and there's a reason for me talking about this. And I associate big gardens with problems. Well, let me elaborate. I just think they're a pain, and I don't think they're financially rewarding, and I think they're harder work than the smaller gardens. Now, a subscriber this week, we've been messaging and emailing, and eventually he rang me and we had a chat. I love it when people tell me how to run my business. Not. Anyway, his opinion was, and I won't say his name, but he's from down south. He thought, or he thinks, that the best way forward, once you get to your full like I am, he's obviously watched a few of the videos, and I've said that I'm full. I am full with regular maintenance. I wouldn't want to take any more. I just wouldn't have the capacity. But I'm only one person. I'm only feeding myself, and it's very easy to get full, isn't it, when you're only feeding yourself? I appreciate the people who've got staff. It's a different ball game, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about me, just Rob. And he said that I need to take on work where they offer winter work and big gardens, all year round work, and then drop off the mow, blow and goes, and evolve into a business where you only do 12 months gardening. Now, he has a very valid point, but I don't want to do that. I find that big gardens, not all, I'm not naive, but big gardens mean people with lots of money, and I've not had good experiences with them. And I just think, Mr. and Mrs. Canningbody, my favourite gardens are the £35. That's my pinch point. And you like to be in, if it's a mow, blow and go, it takes you an hour, fantastic, £35. If it's a 30-minute mow, blow, strim, blow, mow again, then tickle the borders, do a bit of shrub work, blow it to finish it off. You're there an hour, £35, thank you very much. 8 hours in a day, 6 billable hours, a bit of lunch, cup of tea in the morning, cup of tea in the afternoon, travelling around. You've got 8 hours, you unload the van, 8 times 35, you do the maths. I'm really happy with that. Times that by 5, times that by 34 weeks of the grass cutting season, the gardening season. I've done a little bit of winter work, bit of hedge trimming, bit of one-off tidy-offs in the winter and the spring, and Bob's your uncle, pardon the pun. That's my business model. It's not perfect, but it's mine. And because it's my business, I can say what I want, just like you can with your business. But this chap was quite adamant that large gardens, and if you get to a stage where you've got sort of 4 large gardens where you're doing, say, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then your Fridays for one-offs, or when you got rained off, or you can do your grass cutting, etc., etc. Well, that's great if that's what you want to do, but I don't want to do that, because every experience I've had with large gardens have been a pain. When I first started, I used to work for a chap, and at first I thought he was a lovely chap, and I used to do 4 hours every week. And it wasn't an hourly rate, it was a visit, but a visit is approximately 4 hours. And I used to mow the lawns and do the weeding, the bit of hedge work, and there was loads to do. And some weeks I wouldn't cut the lawns, but I'd spend doing hedge work, and I just found I felt that he was watching what I was doing, and he never seemed happy with what I was achieving, and I just didn't get it. And the straw that broke the camel's back is I'd been there just short of 4 hours, let's say 3 hours 50 minutes, and I'm just about to get in the van, and I'm outside his property, like a block paving drive with gates, and I'm outside on the main road, and I've got my Honda HRX 537. It's on its side, and I'm scraping it with a do you know, one of them paint scrapers, just, you know, what you take wallpaper off, sorry, a putty knife, just a small one, but sometimes you use them for, you know what I mean. Anyway, it's upside down on its side, air filter up, and I'm cleaning it. And he came out, I said, hello Rob. He says, is that you for the day? I said, yeah, I'm just tidying up and finishing off. He said, oh, I was hoping you could just give that rhododendron a bit of attention. You know, we've got friends coming over this weekend. And I looked at it and I thought, it doesn't need attention. And I said to him, I said, well, I won't be doing it today. I said, I'm done. He said, but what are you doing now? And he looked at his watch. And I said, I'm just cleaning off my mower. He went, right. And you do that in my time, do you? And I didn't say anything. I just said, look, I'm cleaning my kit and I'm reloading the van. Then I'll clean this area up. And I said, that's me done today. And I thought, you know what it is? You've had your money's worth out of me today. I've grafted my socks off, you know. I double cut the lawns. I did some weeding, and I must have stopped for 2 breaks of about 5 minutes each. And that's another thing, you know, when you're at a job for 4 hours, you've got to have a break. You can't work 4 hours solid without a break. Not by yourself. Not I was 51, 50 then. You just can't do it. And I always felt that he came out when I'd get in my van, I was having a drink, he'd come out and chat to me. I thought, this is my time. Just let me have 5 minutes peace, will you? So that ended after that. Something else happened and I didn't go back. And I replaced him very quickly with some ideal customers, your £30, £35. And I often drive past that house. And I was once, as I was driving past, I thought, you know what it is? He must spend about £7,000 a year on servicing his 2 vehicles. He's got a very high-end sports car and he's got a very high-end saloon. I won't say what they are because I just won't say that, but it'd be inappropriate. But I thought he's spending £7,000 a year on servicing his vehicles, and he won't blink. But he blinks when I'm, 10 minutes work, what he thinks I've done. And I didn't feel valued. And anybody who follows the channel know I used to work on an estate, a full day. It was a pain. You've got to be there at a particular time. You just don't feel like you're the boss. And I think large gardens, they want everything they can get. And I don't think it's the way forward. Not for me personally, anyway. And at the beginning of this season, I got offered a large garden locally, but the day rate, it wasn't great. Now, yes, it was a weekly visit, a full day, right? 34 weeks, and then go to fortnightly during the winter. Now that's a lot of work, and a lot of work in the winter. But when you do the maths of what that chap was offering day rate over 34 weeks, to which 6 times 35, I hope you're with me on this one. When you add up at the end of the year, I just didn't think it was worth it. Now, I might be wrong. It might be just my opinion. I might have just had a little bit of a bad experience with large gardens, but I find them backbreaking. I find that they want blood, and I just haven't had a good experience. And I think the more money they've got in the bank, the less likely they want to give it to the gardener. Whereas Mr. and Mrs. Cannybody, who give you the 35 quid for your hours mow, blow and go, or you're just over your hours garden maintenance, they're over the moon and they seem very grateful, the cups of tea. And that's where I'm at with my business because of the experiences I've had. So you may be different. Let me know in the comments. Have you got big gardens? Are they brilliant? Are the customers wonderful? Would you not go back to small gardens? Or are you like me where you think, yep, I've learnt my lesson. Big gardens, pain in the backside. Big gardens equal problems. The best gardens are your 1 and 2 hours. I've got a couple of gardens now which are 2 hours long. And at the end of the 2 hours, I'm ready for a break. I wouldn't want to work for longer than that solid. Your muscles are, you get a bit of a tennis elbow and you're going to hedge. You need breaks. And if you've got a garden where it's an hour, you don't need a break, do you? You can graft for an hour. Then you can pull up somewhere just round the corner from your next job, have a drink of water, send your text message for your bill, have a bit of 5 minutes, and then go where you go. And I think at the end of the day, I feel like I'm okay when I've done that. But when I'm one day, all day in the garden with 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, 15 minutes at lunchtime, I get home and my body's aching, and I just don't think it's financially viable. I don't think it's also viable putting your body through that torture. And my experiences is they're not nice people. I might be wrong. It might be just my experience. Amma, let me know. But anyway, that's me. Big gardens equal problems in my head. I like my small gardens in and out. And if you don't get any winter work from them, fine. Because I find you can work up until November, the end of October cutting grass, and then you've got your leaf clearing series, then you've got a few hedges booked in. Before you know it's Christmas. January and February advertised with a little bit of winter garden tidies up, it keeps you going. Then before you know it, it's March, bang, we're away again. If you put enough money away during the season, it tides you over during the winter. Worst case scenario, go and get yourself a little driving job. But I won't be breaking my back all summer just for a few quid in the winter. Not for me anyway. That's not the way I run. Anyway, that's it today. I've been waffling on for about 11 minutes. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know. What do you think? Do you avoid big gardens, or do you sort of actively seek to get the big gardens which offer all year round work? Or are you not bothered? You just go with whatever comes in and then you make it happen? Let me know. I'm genuinely interested in what you think. But don't you love it when people tell you what to do and how you should run your business? Really? Nah. Anyway, thanks very much. Remember, when the green gold's growing, keep mowing. It's growing at the minute, isn't it? Take care. I'll see you soon. Have a great weekend. All the best. It's going to be warm, so make sure you get lots of sun cream on. Take care.